Hey guys, it's Jeannie Jett here, and I'm so excited that I get to share with you about one of my favorite products, Young Living's household cleaning products, and we're going to talk a lot about just the cleaner. It's amazing, and it's funny that I'm the one sharing this because I was not all that excited when Edie said, "Oh, you need to get the cleaner," and I was like, nah. I was really excited about how all the oils were doing for me and how they had raised my wellness level from here to here. But I just didn't think that a natural cleaner would really clean. And I'm kind of a clean freak. And so I liked cleaners that I knew were really working to get rid of the germs, never thinking that I might be safer with the germs than the cleaner. Because, I would use those cleaners, Mean Green. Anybody have any Mean Green out there? They would if you used it, it would eat away your skin. So I don't know why I thought that was healthy, but to me, to be a good cleaner, you had to be strong. And I just didn't think that a natural cleaner would work. And people always said use vinegar, which I'm sure is wonderful, but every time I smell it, I think of rotten Easter eggs. So I wasn't gonna use vinegar. So this was kind of a hard sell for me. I'm like, really? I don't think so. I just need my stick with my cleaners. And it's really sad because I didn't realize how harmful they are and how they affect your respiration and your respiratory system. And so I, have been using these with my kids since they were little and wonder why they have serious respiratory issues. And so to me, this is just a no-brainer. But I was very hesitant, and some of you may be out there as well, is to think that something that would be all natural would help. And so, I'm here to say that it does, and my kids' respiratory status is really, really strong now. And we used to have nebulizers all the time, and they were our best friend, and we don't have to have those. We have had some freedom there for overall health just by getting rid of some toxic cleaners. So I'm so glad that they make it really simple, and you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff, because this little bottle of cleaner replaces these, and these. Oh, I used to love Mr. Clean. So I've kept all this stuff just for demonstration, and then like a stainless steel cleaner. All those things I have replaced, I have replaced with this, okay? And so what it ends up being is a huge financial blessing, because this costs $22, okay? And you can make 28 of these. So you can end up spending 75 cents a bottle for cleaner, or you can buy all that separate stuff, and this does the same. So this Young Living cleaner is 100% plant-based, mineral-based, all-purpose cleaner. It's a concentrate. This is the concentrate, and it will last you forever. It's made with the Thieves Blend, which has clove, eucalyptus, lemon, cinnamon bark, and rosemary. That's wonderful Thieves Blend. And basically what I do, I use these, and by the way, these labels are in our files section of our Oily Sisterhood Facebook group. I also just buy these from Amazon, these clear glass bottles. You don't have to have glass. Because it's so diluted, you can still use a good plastic, and I just get these like at the dollar store. But I also have one or two of these in the house, and I get these off Amazon, and then I go to a sign store here in town, in Morristown. It's called Morristown Signs, and they'll print off these little labels for me, and I can label my glass jars. You can also go to the Etsy shop. They have some really cute ones that look just like this. The Etsy shop, and go to Whimsy and Wellness is the name of her store. And so basically I take 2.5 caps or 2 caps, and all the ratios are listed on the bottle for however you would want to do that. If you want it stronger or less, but I just use 2.5 capfuls for this size bottle, and it works great. I might use more like 2 for this size bottle, and those work really, really well for everything. So they will clean your glass and not streaks, so no more Windex. They will clean your mirrors, carpet, rug stains, any kind of stain in clothes. Like I don't have to buy stain sticks anymore. I should have had that in here too, because I have one child that's really messy. And so I use straight up concentrate on her stains and her clothes. It's a good wrinkle releaser. I use it to clean stainless steel, toilets, granite, marble, hardwoods, any kind of surface. I dust with it. It cleans my furniture and my walls. I wipe my walls down and it won't take the paint away. Leather, and I mop with it. So I do everything with it. That's all it takes. And if you're like me, I sometimes have to get the huge bottle. This is $80 or something for this bottle, because I make so much for classes when I teach classes. But this will do you a really, really long time. So $22 for this bottle, and you may need 3 or 4 bottles a year if you're the average family of 4 or so. So less than $100, more like $88 a year for this. But the average American will spend anywhere between $500 to $1,500 on cleaners a year. And you're gonna be way less than that. And it is the most economical thing. We saw our grocery bill go way down when I wasn't buying all of that stuff. So we know that back in 1978, when all those chemicals were kind of grandfathered in, that all of our cleaners are just sitting here laden with them, and I can't believe that we don't have better regulations in our country to protect us, but we don't. So this is a safe alternative. It's easy, one thing. You can do it, you can do it. So what I also want to talk about tonight is air fresheners. But before I do that, what I want to do is show you a little science experiment. Here's a strawberry, and here's some styrofoam that I cut out from a cup. And I'm just going to take a couple of drops of lemon oil. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the strawberry. And we're going to come back to that in just a second. And I'm going to show you, well, I can already show you what's happening here. You see how it's already disintegrating the styrofoam? And it's not going to do anything to the strawberry. In a couple of minutes, that will be nothing but white goo. And we'll come back to that in a minute. I'll let that kind of fizzle a little bit for a few minutes. So let me talk to you about kind of air fresheners and diffusing and something that I do that I love. Okay, so I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings. I'm gonna upset you in a minute, some of you out there, because some of you are, like I was, a serious candle lover. I would say I was a candle addict. It's my favorite gift to give, and I had them everywhere. And even, look at this. This goes to show how neurotic I was. For the summer before I started with essential oils, I had my husband buy me this. It's all I asked for my birthday. It is the most amazing candle from Anthropologie. It cost, I think, $200, and it smells really nice, but I didn't realize what was in this, okay? So I know that you love candles. I know that because I did, and it took a lot of knowledge and me reading and seeing all the things that were in candles before I was willing to give up my lovely Anthropologie candle that I just now keep for decoration. It's in a pretty silver container, but that's it. And all my candles are actually either out in my house for decoration only or in a tote in the basement in the event of a prolonged outing of electricity that I might need them, and that would be the only time I would burn them. So, you know, those Glade plug-ins and all of those air fresheners, sprays, and all of that, and candles, they're horrible. They have synthetic fragrances in them, and anytime you see fragrance, it basically equals a toxic concoction. And a lot of candles are made with paraffin wax, which is a waste product of petroleum, which is not good. It creates a highly toxic kind of concoction. It has benzene and toluene in it, and both of those are known carcinogens, and the toluene really affects your central nervous system. Not good. In fact, even soy candles will have some traces of paraffin in them, so I really wouldn't trust those unless you're making them yourself. And they are equivalent to the same kind of breathing in diesel fuel fumes. They are as equal to or as harmful or more harmful than secondhand smoke. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So we don't use candles, but what do? We do something even better. So I will sometimes get a bottle like this, and I have a small one right here that I have right now, and I just fill this with water, and I'll put 5 drops of purification oil in it. And for this size, I might do more like 15, maybe even 20 if I want it really strong. And that is my air spray. I spray everything with it. It does wonderful. I spray my dogs with it. They smell great, and it helps kind of protect them from outside things as well. So that is what I call Febreze. It gets rid of that horrible thing that I always call the antichrist of all chemicals. It's called Febreze. Febreze, I call it the antichrist because it smells so good and you think it's so wonderful, but it's so deceptive and just harmful for you, and you think it's great, but it's not. It's a big deception. If you look on the back of the Febreze, a lot of times they'll say like 3 chemicals, so you think, oh, it's not bad, it's only got 3 things in it. Google it, 84 chemicals, known carcinogens. And you know, I went through a can of that a week when my kids were little. We would spray our fabric couch with it. We had inside dogs, yuck. And no wonder they couldn't breathe. And you know, thinking back, I remember always kind of coughing, spraying it, and kind of walking away from the smell for a bit, and I didn't realize why it was making me cough. So if you have that at home, please throw it away. It's so easy and so much cheaper. A couple drops of purification and some water will do you good. So I just want to let you know, as you're looking at all this tonight in this class, that please know this is such a process, you know, and I was really resistant to it, and I've kind of just added a little thing as I go each month. But we know it can be overwhelming, and the overwhelming majority of my girls on here tonight and everyone else that uses this would tell you, just start with the Thieves Cleaner. You're going to get rid of most everything with just this. This is most bang for your buck. And then the second thing we always say is the toothpaste, which one of my friends will be talking about later. So it's a process, but it's a simple one. Just order one thing and use it for all your cleaning. Toilets, you know, and Thieves has been studied with black mold and is very effective. And so you have other alternatives, and you don't have to like research, you know, all the chemicals in it because it's healthy. It just has Thieves in it. So the other thing I want to talk to you about, but let me show you really quickly what's going on with our science experiment. There, the lemon oil has eaten a hole through the styrofoam, but not the strawberry, okay? Because a strawberry is an organic living, before we picked it, it was a living thing. It's not got chemicals in it and horrible, horrible toxins. So, it ate through the styrofoam because lemon oil is very high in monoterpenes and D-limonene, which is a toxin remover. So that's why I drink lemon water every morning, because I know if I have any kind of toxins in my body, it's helping to remove those, okay? And it's not damaging my body. You see, it doesn't damage anything to the strawberry. It knows what's bad and it gets it out. So that's why we drink a lot of our lemon vitality oil in our water every morning. We do that in glass or stainless steel, because if you put it in a styrofoam cup, you're gonna have a mess. So it's interesting, my daughter just did that in a science experiment. She'd seen me do that in classes, and we just found out a few hours ago she won an award. She competed in that yesterday, comparing lemon, frankincense, and cedarwood. And frankincense also has some monoterpenes in it as well, and so it was the second runner-up. And then cedarwood, a distant third, because it's really high in sesquiterpenes and doesn't have as much power to do that. So a lot of your citrus oils are going to be or all of them will be very high in the monoterpenes and help get out toxins. So look at those vitality oils for sure. Okay, the other thing that my family does is we use the veggie and fruit spray. So I'll get my fruit in from the grocery store and I just spray, leave it on for about 30 seconds and rinse it off. Super easy. It comes this month free if you have a qualifying order. I think it's $190 that you get this. So it's just a special thing. You can carry it in your purse, because some of us, my friend Julie and I, found ourselves in this predicament. We're doing the Whole30 healthy eating plan, so we'll be out and not have any food. So like we'll go to the grocery store and get an apple or some fruit, and we are like, oh, we can't wash it, but we have this with us and we can spray it. So it's great to do that with as well. So just know that your vegetables and your fruits are just laden a lot of times with Roundup. Roundup is the most widely used herbicide, and it is spread on everything. It's in our air, our water, our foods, and most of our produce is what they call Roundup ready. It's been genetically modified to withstand the Roundup applications, so that the weeds die, but they don't. That sounds great. Herbicides, they affect our body's enzymes, our digestive tract. They don't make it so easy for the vegetables and the fruit to absorb really important micronutrients that would be transferred onto us. They can't do that if they've got this horrible chemical on them. And even some organic foods also can have traces on the skin. So please use our veggie wash. If you're gonna there's a veggie soak that comes in a bigger bottle, and you can just clean more vegetables that way, larger quantities at a time. So, and you won't notice any change. It won't taste like cinnamon because you rinse it off, but it's just a really healthy alternative. So those are some of my favorite household products. And I love my Thieves dishwasher powder. It smells great and keeps my dishwasher running great and keeps it all clean and all of that. So it's a wonderful. And then we also use this soap, the Thieves soap that comes in a big concentrate like this as well. We love that as well. So I hope that is helpful to you guys, and stay tuned for the rest of my Oily Sisterhood friends. They're going to tell you about some other areas of your home to help you reduce the amount of toxins that you and your family are exposed to. Enjoy.